outside, routinely topping 100 degrees, but we are inside State Farm Stadium in Glendale. That sound of the Big Red Siren brings the Cardinals and their fans to action. Coming up, two teams ready to square off. It's the Carolina Panthers and the Arizona Cardinals. The kicker, Chad Ryland, ready to get things started. And off we go from Glendale. This is Jimmy Horn Jr. on the return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. So the Panthers led out by their quarterback, Bryce Young. Shaky rookie year, but the back end of his second year, Greg, very effective for the man who was the #1 overall pick out of Alabama in 2023.
When he was taken as the first overall pick in the draft a couple years ago, Mike, certainly was not because of his physical stature. It was because of his mind. It was because of his processing ability. It was because of all the intangibles that they believed they saw in his days coming out of Alabama. Now, he's gotten some experience under his belt from a rookie year that had its ups and downs. He has all the talent in the world. Now he's got to go out and just capture it and make it happen. You spend all week on your opening script. What are the plays that allow you to find a rhythm and have some early success offensively? Well, in this case, that first play you drawn up sent you going back the wrong direction. How does that change this play caller's approach to the ground game going forward?
On second down, Young. That one taken in by Ted McMillan. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
From the gun, it's Young. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. Call it a gain of 13. It's good for a Panther first down.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him. Josh Sweat in there for the sack, worked his way through. It's a loss of 5.
And these are the type of splash plays that can have an impact, especially as the game goes on. So offensive line has to do a better job to make sure that they have this protection shored up and that this isn't a sign of things to come.
Work to do now as they come up on second and long. Out of the shotgun, Young. Back into the hands of Hubbard. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
Third down and 9. Young. Oh, got him again the second time with a sack on this opening drive. Calais Campbell, the longtime veteran, in there to bring him down.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
On fourth down, Carolina going to send out Sam Martin to punt. And on the return for the Cardinals, it's Greg Dortch. get the check he was hoping for in that one. That goes into the end zone, and it's a touchback. So the Cardinals come out, and they are led by their quarterback, Kyler Murray. Man, time flies, Greg. The #1 overall pick in 2019, the 7th year for Murray leading the Birds.
I just love watching Kyler Murray play quarterback, Mike, because it just reminds you that they come in all shapes and sizes. I mean, to be this small, but this fast and have that much arm talent, you just don't see that combination very often, let alone in the NFL. But we are now more than a year removed from that knee injury.
Nowhere to go. He is taken down. Patrick Jones getting in there to drop him. It'll be a loss of 7 to start this drive.
When you can win so fast as an edge rusher, you put so much pressure on the quarterback to speed everything up. He can sense that pressure coming either from his front or back side. It either speeds up and leads to an errant throw, or in this case, it leads to a sack.
Now a second down throw from Murray. He gets this complete to Michael Wilson. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down. Some problems communicating on 3rd down, and that's going to be a delay. So after the 5 yards are walked off, they face 3rd and long. Working from the shotgun, it's Murray. He'll try to run for it. He got a lot of what he needed, but just not enough. The mark is a couple of yards shy of the 1st down, and here comes 4th down.
And that's a pretty good effort here on 3rd and long. He had nowhere to go down the field. The defense is playing real soft. He pulls it down and did all he could, but he's still going to end up being short of the 1st down.
So on 4th down, it's Blake Gillikin to punt for Arizona. Back deep for Carolina, that's Jimmy Horn, Jr. That one hit inside the 10, but it bounces forward into the end zone. And they'll bring it back out to the 20-yard line. The Panthers offense going to take over now for the 2nd time. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. This drive begins with a run by Hubbard. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming. And he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
2nd and 10. They'll go again with Hubbard. And he'll take this ahead for a gain of about 5, and here comes 3rd down. Throwing is Young. Open man, left side, he's got it. And he's going to have the 1st down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going. So, not much to speak of in terms of scoring in that first quarter of play. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Greg and I back here in Glendale after this. Panthers football to begin this second quarter. Line of scrimmage is the 31 as they line up 1st and 10. as we are ready to get back underway. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. Pickup of 11 yards on that one. It's a Carolina first down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 8. It's a zone read given to Hubbard. He'll manage only a couple. Dalvin Tomlinson fighting off the blocks to make the play. Third down, they need 5. Here's Young. Time for the deep shot, looking for Thielen. That one broken up in the end zone, and it's incomplete. What great work just to get those hands up there, and now it's 4th down.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
That's going to be out of bounds. Well judged and spotted right at the 10-yard line. The Cardinals offense ready to see what they can do on their second possession. We'll see how they want to attack things here, backed up deep in their own end. It's 1st and 10. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. Here's the first carry for the Pitt product, James Conner. And that is really well read defensively. They get him down back at the 9-yard line.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Play action now. It's Murray. He keeps it himself. A big play there on 2nd down, but we do have a flag on the field. And that's in an area where usually this play gets erased. That'll march them back half the distance, and they'll go from there. The gun, and they'll run it with Conner. And a nice run there as he surges forward, a gain of 8, and sets up 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Murray. He's going to air this one out for Jones. And penalty flags come in as it winds up incomplete, but no doubt there was contact there. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. On the zone read, given to Conner. He's going to force his way for a yard or 2. But looks like this one's going to be coming back. So now they'll pitch it out here. And he'll move this ahead for about 4 yards. Trevin Wallace in on the tackle. Second down, Murray. A short one here, caught by McBride. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. First time they've looked his way tonight. Good time to do it. It's a first down.
They do a really nice job of picking up the pressure, and that's what allows him to have the time to go through his entire progression. He sees his check down wide open, gets the ball into his hands, and he does the rest.
On first down, it's Murray. He'll try to work the screen with Connor. And that one's not fooling anyone. They were on that screen from the start, and a loss of yards on the play.
Well, the best screen plays, of course, you want the offensive lineman out in front of the running back. They act as his escort, his lead blockers. But what you can't afford is for the defenders to be in the backfield and get to the running back, because those offensive linemen, they can't help him at all.
Murray now on second down. Forced out wide.
Well, we've seen time and time again just how dangerous this quarterback can be, Mike, when he decides to tuck it and take off. So that is a great job defensively to rally to the football and hold him to just a short gain.
3rd and 10. Working out of the gun, Murray. He'll take a shot here, back to the end zone. And that is incomplete. Marvin Harrison Jr., the intended target. And now it's 4th down.
Little miscommunication there, now brings up 3rd down. It just doesn't appear that the quarterback and the wide receiver were on the same page on that last pass.
Here's Blake Gillikin now, as they'll say no to the long field goal and hope to pin them deep. This is going to get out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Here's the Carolina offense now as they head out to take over for their next possession. They'll begin with first down from their own 11. First carry now for Rico Dowdle. And this will be a Panthers first down as the tackle's made at the 23-yard line.
We've seen this trend throughout the league, Mike. Offensively, everyone wants to have depth at the running back position. Yeah, it's great to have one guy, but if you could have 2 or 3 that could all come in and contribute on the ground, that's the goal, and we're seeing it here.
And he'll get about 8 on that one, most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down. The Panthers will take their first timeout as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Second and a yard. Here's Young to throw. Now a screen set up for ETN. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9. Now a timeout for Carolina. That's going to be their second, as they'll stop it just a little bit over 30 seconds to go in this first half. So, a couple of first downs will give them 1st and 10. They're at the 41. Here's Young. The pressure, too much, and he goes down. The Panthers, they're going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining until halftime. Throwing on second down, Young. He finds McMillan downfield. It's caught. He's going to be out of bounds inside the 40-yard line. That one good for 26 yards.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
He'll get that to his tight end. That's Ja'Tavion Sanders. First time he's caught a ball here tonight, and it is good for a first down. So we've hit half here out west, and we'll send it back east to Scott Hansen, who has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone. Scott Hansen here in the EA studios in Central Florida. If you're a fan of offense, and I know many of us are, this hasn't been the game for you. Zip, zip at the half, a rare score where next score might win. Let's find out who can break through into the third quarter. To call it for us, it's our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thank you, my friend. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of this second half. Defenses control the first half, but when will we see some points? Hopefully soon, as this third quarter begins. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Cards offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. And so far, not much has gone right. They've had it twice, punted twice. Looking to sustain something here on drive number 3. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin first and 10. Murray. They'll try to hit him with a screen. And he's going to be out of bounds up around the 39-yard line. About 15 yards to kick off the drive. It's a first down.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
Power run inside. Here's Connor. Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9. Just a yard short of that first down. From the 48-yard line. Here's second and a yard. Look wide. Get this one complete. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
So as the saying in the NFL, Mike, short throw, long catch. And that's exactly what they wanted to go with here. Operate in the quick game. Don't stress the protection. And while he didn't get necessarily the big play, he does get enough to move the chains.
They'll run first carry of the game for Trey Benson. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
When you look throughout this game, Mike, I don't think there's even a debate. This defensive line has clearly won the battle at the line of scrimmage over this offensive line. And for an offense that wants the run game to be such a critical element to its plan, they've got to do a better job because there's nowhere to run. There's no holes for the back to find. And all these 0 or negative runs are putting them in some really bad spots.
And they'll take this down inside the 35. Give him 11 on the scramble and give them a new set of downs.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the first down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. Give him 10 more on that one. Just enough for another first down.
Nice job by them getting the back to the perimeter. Then he's able to get outside, stick his foot in the ground, and then get vertical, right down the numbers. Those are the type of runs this offense wants to see more of going forward.
And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up second down.
In order to be successful as a run-heavy offense, Mike, it's so important that you remain really efficient on first and second down. The last thing you want is to be in third and pass, and it really throws off what you feel like your strengths are. So now you get down here in the red zone, it's got to be touchdowns. These long, sustained drives on the ground, you kick a field goal, that's a win for the defense. You can see the running back. He's waiting patiently for that cutback lane to open, and it just never did. Great job by the defense, continuing to string that play out sideways, and they're able to take him down for a loss.
Good drive to this point. Now can you convert on 3rd and 3? It is brought in the end zone. Zay Jones. Touchdown, Arizona. Well, Greg, so much for calling a 0-0 shutout. Finally, we get somebody on the board here to start the second half.
Yeah, what was a defensive battle? And you have to think, if you're the defensive coordinators at halftime, you're feeling pretty good about your game plan, probably not making a lot of adjustments. I'll be interested to see now, after allowing that early score, do they continue with what we saw up to this point, or do they have some wrinkles that they can throw to now try to slow down this offense here in the second half?
Chad Ryland now for the extra point. He knocks it through, and the Cardinals will take a 7-0 lead. Scott, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula as they come out for the second half. It's about to get underway. "7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. On the return, here's Trevor Etienne. He's across the 20 to the 21. That's where the drive will begin. The Panthers offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. They'll be hoping to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 our score as this drive begins with a first down. They'll go play action with Young. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Every possession is so critical in these close games. The one thing you can't have here is a turnover. Really nice job making sure that ball is uncatchable, and just line up and snap it again.
They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. There, under a heavy rush, he goes down.
So after picking up some positive yardage on first down, they end up going backwards on second. That sack now brings up 3rd and long, and what most of the time is a very pass-happy situation makes them very one-dimensional.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. To throw, Young. That is knocked away, incomplete, but there is a penalty flag in the backfield. That might be a late hit on the quarterback. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run with Dowdle. The defense stringing them out. No gain back to the original line of scrimmage.
Just a little too much east and west there for my liking. I understand what they're trying to do, getting the ball out on the perimeter, but on these early downs, plant your foot and get downhill. Great job by the defense stringing it out, and they're able to force them down for a loss.
That's taken in, and it's Rico Dowdle. And he won't get away. Good open field tackle there to get him down behind the line. Third and long. McMillan comes in motion. From the gun here on third down, it's Young. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
Mike, this isn't real complicated. You're just not going to win a lot of NFL games when you continue to give up sacks at the rate that they are. I mean, this is just a complete disaster for this offensive line, and if they don't get it fixed, this game could be a runaway.
Punting time for the Panthers, set to kick this one away. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this third quarter of play. So, points at a premium. Defensive battle so far as we are through 3. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. That's Harrison in motion. They go play action for Murray. That's caught by Harrison right side. He's close to a 1st down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down.
Running these underneath crossing routes, you wouldn't imagine lead to a lot of explosive plays, but when done right, if you can get the receiver in open space and get the ball in their hands, there's a lot of opportunity for big run after the catch and generate chunk plays.
On the ground, it's Connor. Connor's got the 1st down and more. And they'll take this down inside the 35. They'll get 19 out of that play. It's an Arizona 1st down.
4th quarter, you find yourself protecting a 1-possession lead. It's a fine line, Mike, between do I keep the ball on the ground, continue to work the clock, or stay aggressive, try to extend this lead to a multiple possession game. That's the balance this play caller is dealing with right now.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll go again here to Connor. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's 3rd down.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the 1st down marker, and they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
Now a 3rd and 2. He's got his tight end. That's McBride. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a 1st down.
At this point in the game, Mike, it really starts coming down to the number of possessions. So that's a huge 1st down conversion, fresh set of downs. Now, the balance is stay aggressive and maintain the ball, but also start working this clock.
Gonna work Connor in the middle here, and he'll work forward for about 3. It's second down. Gonna fire this one out to Harrison. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down. It's gonna be third. They need 1. They'll try to sneak it here. And it looks like he's gonna have enough for the first down. Yes, he does. First and goal coming up.
I don't want to take anything away from the quarterback here, Mike. He did a nice job picking up that first down. But this play is won or lost by the big guys up front. They're the ones who need to get off the snap on time, get leverage on the defender, and create the space needed for the quarterback to pick up the first down.
And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. James Conner. Touchdown, Cardinals. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the fourth quarter, get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the fourth quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
Now Ryland for the extra point. His kick is good. And the Cardinals move out on top, 14-0. Here's Ryland now. After the TD, he'll send this one away. Horn now to return it. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. The Panthers offense ready for this next possession. Will try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Young. He's got it! And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. A big play and a much-needed one as well. 31 yards.
It all starts with the protection. There's just no pressure at all. Nothing in his face, nothing at the feet of the quarterback. When you allow him to comfortably stand there and go through his progressions, you just got no shot.
He'll look deep, left sideline. Another try, 2nd and 10. The motion man here is Mitchell. They'll drop to throw. He runs with it.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
The sound deafening in the dome. It's 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, Young. Taking off, he'll try to get there. A great job of knowing when to go. He gets 17 yards on that run and a 1st down. The Panthers will take their first timeout, and they'll have a chance to talk things over after picking up that first down. Here's Dalton. There's a short one caught by Sanders. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
Now, whistles here. Looks like one of the defenders got a head start. Here we go. First and goal. Dalton. Now a screen set up for Dowdle. And the tackle is made at about the 6.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
They need 6 for the touchdown. Second and goal. To throw is Dalton. That is caught. And this is going to be a touchdown. Hold everything. They are not done yet.
Well, that was step 1. The offense did their job, get this thing back within 1 possession, so they're still alive. But now they've got to find a way to get a little bit of luck and find a way to get the ball back, and it's not going to be easy.
Now Matthew Wright to add the extra point. He's got it. Panthers are on the board. It's now 14-7. They need a late recovery to have any chance. Here comes the onside kick. And he will be taken down. We'll see if they want to use those timeouts, but this one is about done. The Cardinals offense and their veteran running back James Conner set to take over again. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the fourth quarter. The defense can stop it twice more as the kneel down comes. So it's a win for the Cardinals. They use a little home cooking here. They play a complete football game, and they send their fans home quite happy. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win here in the desert for the Cardinals as we say so long from Glendale.